I drop a quick video. I haven't did it in a while, but just remember this here. I'm doing my stuff every day, but I got something big coming up, so that's the reason I haven't really dropped a lot of videos, been doing a lot of Bible study. For all my people around Pendleton County, remember this. July 19th, I think, it's the third Sunday in July. I'm the guest speaker for Men's Day at Moores Creek Church, so I would love to see your face in the place. My buddy was just talking about the Bible stuff, about reading the Bible for yourself. And this is a perfect example. We was laughing because we talked about how back in school, when the teachers used to tell one student something and they had to go around the classroom for everybody to tell it. You tell the person next to you, they tell the next person, and we was discussing how it gets broken down and changed before it gets to the last person. Well, the crazy thing about that is, like I told him, that's the same way it is with the Bible, because you got a lot of people that they only go to church. They think they're living for the Lord because they go to church on Sundays, but they don't really pay attention while they're in church because they got everything else on their mind, distractions. They mess with the cell phone, they're texting people, they're giggling, laughing, and playing around while they're in church, not even taking it serious. So the thing about it was, just imagine that person, if they do hear something in church that's good, that could be applied to their life or their friend's life or whoever, and then they go out because they weren't paying attention and they're telling somebody else something about what they heard in church, but they're not even telling it right because they didn't hear it the way they should have heard it by paying attention and concentrating. And that's what we're speaking about, because we'll say, I remember when we was in school and the teacher put us all in a circle around the classroom, and she would tell the first person something. That person had to whisper in this person's ear. That person had to whisper in this person's ear. And before it gets around in the circle, the last person would stand up and announce what they thought was said. And it was completely different, completely different. And so that's the way it is when you don't read the Bible for yourself and you listen to even the pastors that mean well and telling it good and stuff. A lot of times you may not hear it if you're being distracted by somebody talking or if you're the one talking. So you need to read the Bible and get to understand that the Word of God by yourself. I told my buddy, I said, well, the thing about it is you don't even have to be at the end. You could tell where it got messed up. Because like the first person will whisper in the second person's ear, the third person will whisper in the other person's ear, and probably within 5 or 6 people, that you see that look where somebody say, what? You know right then it's completely messed up, but that person didn't mess it up. The one that really messed it up is normally the one when they whispered in his ear, the next one turn and whisper in this one's ear, and then the next person will have that look in their face like, that's where it got messed up at. But that's all jokes and games there. But by the Word of God, the thing you need to do is read it for yourself. Even if you got a good pastor, if you have good friends that you talk to the Bible with, read it for yourself. Because guess what? If the doctor gave you a lot of medicine and you was dying and you was really sick, you're not gonna go home and just start taking medicine. You're gonna read the instructions. You're gonna do what you're supposed to do. And that's the thing about it is, because if you reading it, it's just like listening to someone telling you something they heard in church. It's gonna be diluted or polluted, completely different. So the best thing you can do is read it for yourself. Read it for yourself. Don't take medicine that somebody else tell you what to say. You read the instructions and you take it for yourself.